We're live. Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone. And welcome to the live demo session for real world assets. Today we are joined by, a lot of awesome finalists. And just for our finalists' sake, we are actually um, streaming on Binance Live and on YouTube as well, right? And later on, we'll be gathering questions both from the judges and from the communities that are watching the stream, right? So yeah, the time has finally come for our finalists to showcase their BUIDLs and win the top prize of 20,000 US dollars in clay. My name is Paulo. I am the community lead at Clayton Foundation, and today I am joined by our top 5 finalists from the RWA track, from Askify, Certi, Credore, DigiGold, RWA-Rise, and our esteemed judges from the Clayton ecosystem. Now, over the past week and a half, judges from Clayton and our ecosystem partners have been hard at work judging all 167 BUIDLs. If you weren't one of the finalists, don't worry, an accelerator program may still reach out to you regarding your project. So keep your TG DMs open, and your emails open. Check spam for any potential follow-ups. So, as a recap, and for how this goes for the audience and for the reminder for our finalists as well, each team will get 15 minutes to present their BUIDLs, followed by 5 minutes of Q&A from our judges. Yeah, then we will move to the next group. The winners will not be announced at the session, but at the next week's prize presentation. For the live demo sessions, finalists will go in alphabetical order. Yeah, so quick tip for those that are joining us for next year's Klaymakers, you may want to start your BUIDL with A, like how Askify is going to start in a few minutes. All right, so that was without further ado, let's go ahead with Askify. Take it away. You have 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Paulo, for the warm greeting. This is Joey from Askify team. So I'm going to start sharing my screen for the presentation. Can everybody see the slide that I've just shared?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, so thank you, everybody. So I'm Joey from Askify team, and I'm very excited today to introduce to you Askify, our platform that a very innovative platform that's set to change the way how we share and monetize knowledge. So our presentation will include why Askify, and then we explain how Askify works and our business model, and then Q&A section. So we would like to start with the very first, sorry. We'd like to start with a very inspiring real life event that leading to the creation of Askify. So one of Askify's founder was working in a very large manufacturing firm in Vietnam, and one day the company has faced a very serious issue with the machine, and the whole production line had to stop. And then the company has to trying to find online consultancy for that problem, and they had to go they had to make a prepayment for 30% of the consultancy fee, and at that time they don't know whether that online experts can solve the problem or they're going to lose the whole amount of money. And so luckily, after a lot of struggling, finding the right experts and wisdom and a lot of money spent, then the problem has been solved, and then the company can start the production again. But the event has, I'm sorry. the event that lead to raised a big question that how can people find qualified experts and be ensured that they will not have to make any upfront payment until they get a satisfactory consultancy from the experts. So that's why we look at the existing platforms and we realize that there are three main problems with the existing with the traditional platforms. The first one is that the current platform sometimes can lack of transparency in terms of pricing and expertise of the experts. And the second, most of the traditional platform will require upfront payment, and that potentially will put users at risk if they are not satisfied with the experts' services. And last, then the lack of incentive for users to continue to use the platform after the problem, their initial problem has been solved. And this is where Askify comes in. So Askify is the unique platform that will connect the users with the experts to have to solve the user's real-world problem. And Askify will allow users to turn their problem and expert knowledge into NFT that can be traded on Askify's marketplace for passive income. So we identify three USP of Askify. First is transparent payment. Second is transparent expert rating. And the third one is passive income, not only for the users, but also from the experts. So we'd like to give you a brief explanation about how Askify work. So a user, for example, let's call her Alice. So Alice has a problem and she log into Askify and she create a post about that problem. And then our expert community will bid on the Alice problem, and they will propose the pricing to have to solve the problems. And next, then Alice will have the chance to review the experts' rating and profiles, and those are very transparent. So once she decided which expert to go with, then the payment amount, the amount that Alice agreed with will be sent to a smart contract. And then both Alice and experts will start a conversation in the connecting room. So we're working on the connecting room, and we think that it should be both in chat and audio and also video call. And next, once the problem is solved, then Alice has the chance to rate the experts using rates and reviews. And then if the problem is solved, then of course the expert will receive the fund. But if not, then Alice will receive the whole refund. And after the problem is solved, then Alice also has the chance to create an NFT contain the conversation between Alice and the expert, and that NFT then can be traded on the marketplace of Askify. And every time the NFT is traded on the marketplace, then not only Alice, but also the expert who gave the advice to Alice will enjoy the passive income from this. And so we will go to the business model of Askify. So we believe that Askify's business model is very sustainable because we have several sources of income. The first one is the problem processing fees. So every time users posted a problem on the platform, and that problem is processed through the platform, then we will receive a fee charge on that post. And the second one is the subscription fee. So subscription fee, we aim for a customer who willing to pay more, and they will receive these premium members, they will receive exclusive services. including content and additional support, etc. And next, we also have another source of revenue, which is the commission on transactions. So Askify will charge a commission for every NFT transaction successful. And the next one is the revenue for advertising. So Askify can also offer targeted advertising to for businesses who want to reach out to our customers, our users. And here's the roadmap for our project. So we're working on the team setup and the product development, and we plan to have our product testing and audit taking place in the first quarter of 2024. And then we will launch the marketing campaigns, and the platform will be launched in Q2 of 2024. And we expect to reach 30,000 users in the final quarter of 2024. So this Askify team, we have a dedicated team, with diversified experience and knowledge, which we believe that will have to contribute to the success of Askify. And before we get to the Q&A section, I'd like to share with you the demo clip of Askify, and you can also test Askify's features by logging into our website at askify.xyz. Can you see the clip?
Yep.
Welcome to Askify, the ultimate platform for connecting users with expert consultants to solve real-world problems.
Sorry,
Please connect your wallet.
Joey. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we don't see the clip anymore. It showed for a quick second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And set up your account.
Maybe you can share your screen again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply click on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Welcome to Askify, the ultimate platform for connecting users with expert consultants to solve real-world problems. Please connect your wallet. Welcome to Askify, the ultimate platform for connecting users with expert consultants to solve real-world problems. Please connect your wallet. And set up your account. Simply click on Create to create a post about your problem. Don't say you're on the road to the other side, my love. I have logged into another account as an expert to demonstrate the bidding price function. In this post, I will bid 10 Klay and write some comments about the overall experience, then submit, confirm transaction, and wait to complete. Upon returning to my user account, I plan to select the expert who has bid on my post. I will choose the expert and confirm the transaction, which will deduct 10 Clay from my wallet. Click on chat button to go to chat room. Say something with expert. Next, I switch into the expert account. I will make a demo conversation. Once I have had a conversation with the expert and my problem has been resolved, select the Solve button to transfer payment to the expert. Confirm transaction. Once I using the Solve button, expert balance just can create 10 Clay. After completing the payment to the expert, I can create an NFT that includes the details of our conversation, such as the topic discussed and the resolution reached.
Let's have a big spoon till I don't fall. My love.
Click Create button. Confirm transaction.
Don't say you're on the road to the other side. My love.
Once the NFT is created, it will be visible in my profile. If you click on this NFT, it will display the details of our conversation with the expert, providing valuable information and insights on the topic discussed. Our next step will involve building a marketplace for trading this NFT, enabling buyers and sellers to exchange the asset efficiently and securely. Thank you. Welcome.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much for following our presentation. I'm sorry for some, my apology for some technical issues. Yeah, and now it's time for Q&A. Yeah.
Thanks, Joey, from the Askify team. All right, so we'll do this in 2 layers. One is from our judges, and then after that, we'll proceed with community questions. So does anyone from our panel judges have any questions for Joey?
Hello, Neil speaking right here. I just go first with the questions from the judge. Thank you, Askify team, for your contributions and submissions. So we just want to understand, we also realize the team also participate in the previous Clayton Innovator Hackathon. So we were just looking at what are the differences or the new features or additions or anything UI changes that have been introduced in this hackathon.
Yes.
So we want to know about the new features that only for this hackathon for us to judge on. Yeah.
For this question, so our developer Jackson will answer this question. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, we just update the new UI for the product, and we in the next 2 months we will complete the marketplace to change this NFT. So this is basic. Yes.
So basically,
Only 2. Yeah.
Yeah, update of the UI
from the last hackathon in Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, let's just leave it for other judges as well. Thank you, Paulo.
Thanking you. Anyone else from our panel? I guess we can move on with the community side first. We have 3 questions for you here, Joey. And I mean, our judges can also come in after this, you know, if you still have any questions. First one, what if Alice or gets help needed, or what if someone gets help needed, but they don't want to pay, right? And what if they just lie that they didn't get the proper solution? How can situations like that be handled?
This is a very great question, and it's very practical. Actually, this is one of the things that the team is discussing. So we're thinking about the solution about, you know, the experts can also can rate the users as well after so each user will also have to, you know, to be truthful in order to, you know, to keep their profile on Askify, you know, reliable. So that is one of the things that we're thinking, and we're still working on this, and yeah, probably that's currently we only have that solution for the users.
All right. Thanks, Joy, for answering that. I guess it takes time to build, and especially for something as sensitive as that.
Yeah.
Number 2 is how are you going to manage the experts profile? This is from YouTube as well. You know, like what exactly goes on behind, you know, reputation scores, or how does the blacklist system works?
First, we talking about the experts. We plan to, you know, start with a niche community first. So we work with the community in the tech and engineering industry, which we believe that you know, there's still a lot of demand for consultancy from experts in those areas. And in order to manage the expert profile, we will, you know, start with first we use the background check before the, you know, before provide the title of the expert in our system, and then we will build a rating system with stars and review on chain, and user can check the, you know, expert history before they make the decision. And because we also the reason why we choose the expert community in the engineering and tech industry is also because we believe that, yeah, you know, with the you know, our partnership with other, you know, partners, with the cooperation with other partners, then we can you know, be able to you know, invite very you know, reputational experts to join the community. And yeah, that's basically our plan to manage the experts profile.
All right. Okay. So it's basically it lies on the people, right, and your reputation system. Cool. We have one more question, but I don't think we've run out of time. So thank you for your time, Joey. We'll send you the rest of the questions. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, now it's time for our second BUIDL for the day, and I think this goes to Certi. So
can you yes, thank you. Can you hear me? Okay, and I will share my presentation. Okay, can you see?
yes, we can see.
Oh yes, so okay, let's start the presentation. Hello everyone. Yes. You guys watching this presentation has probably had the experience of writing your resume on HR platforms such as LinkedIn at least once. And if you want to share your development portfolio, you just submit your GitHub link. And if you want to share your design portfolio, you just submit your Behance link. However, the portfolio of certificates such as degree, diploma, and prize have been analog until now, so you cannot manage and share digitally your certificate. But Certi allows you to manage your real-world certificates digitally, so you can conveniently share your certificates portfolio with just a link. And now, let me introduce the digital certificate solution, Certi. Currently, the certificates we receive, such as degrees, diplomas, prizes, are issued and used as follows. First, universities, education institutions, and companies issue certificates to graduates and winners. Second, certificate receivers write a resume with the certificates they received and submit it to the company they want to work for. And lastly, the company's HR department checks the career on the applicant's resume. However, analog certificates give these three stakeholders with the following challenges. From the perspective of certificate issuance institutions, it is difficult to issue and manage certificates because they have to print them out on analog paper and distribute them one by one. Also difficult to track whether graduates or winners who received the certificates got a job or participate in other programs. From the perspective of a certificate receiver, it is difficult to keep because they received it offline and paper, so there is a risk of loss. And as I said at the beginning, it is also difficult to prove it on resume. And lastly, from the perspective of a hiring company HR department, in order to know the authenticity of the certificates written on resume, they have to inquire directly with the universities or institutions that issued that. So when companies hire people, they are spending much time and much money. So to solve these problems, Certi provides digital certificate solution. Universities and institutions that previously issued certificates can easily issue and manage certificates digitally through Certi backoffice and Certi dashboard. And people who have received the digital certificates can manage their ones in Certi platform and also easily prove with just one link. And company HR department can conveniently check the authenticity of the applicant's resume by just clicking this link. And so let me show you Certi.
Welcome to Certi. First, scan the QR code and log in with your Clip wallet. After login, you can check the various certificates you have received so far. You can also record what activities you did in the program and what competencies you gained. If you record it like this, you won't forget what activities you did later, right? If you don't want to reveal this certificate to the outside, don't worry, you can hide it. And through the share button, you can easily share the certificates you have collected so far with others. Now, shall we go share it on LinkedIn? Just like sharing your GitHub link, just copy-paste it. Now, when you submit your resume, you don't have to write it down inconveniently. Next, let's look at the Other Programs tab. In here, we recommend programs or jobs you might like based on the certificates you have. Since you have many blockchain-related certificates, let me recommend blockchain-related programs and jobs. A popular program right now is Clayton's Development Bootcamp. In addition, there are various educational programs and hackathons just for you, so take a look. There are job openings for you below. So if you are interested, you can submit your resume with the Certi link, right? At Certi, we want you to record your achievements and share them easily. Now, shall we find out how you can issue a digital certificate? When you partner with Certi, you can log into back office. First, please register your company. Then, enter the information for the certificate you want to issue. Lastly, just enter the recipient's name and wallet address. The other party can check the certificate in their KakaoTalk. Certificates aren't supposed to be traded, so of course it is impossible to send, right? On the dashboard, you can manage the certificates issued so far and check the whereabouts of graduates.
Okay, now let me explain go-to-market strategy of how we have been creating a sustainable business through Certi. Institutions and companies that previously issued certificates have experienced the following three common problems. The first problem is ongoing cost of issuing analog certificates. In the one case of a public institution, they issue about 2,000 certificates every year, and it costs us $10 per one certificate. So they spend $20,000 every year. And second problem is the hassle process of issuing analog certificates. Usually, analog certificates are stamped to verify the authenticity, but stamping them one by one is really hard work. And the third problem is difficult to track whereabouts of graduates, because institutions and companies needed to know whether graduates got a job or started a business in order to record the achievement of their programs. So they have to track the graduates, but there is no way to know without asking them directly through a phone call and email. So for institutions, companies that are experiencing these problems, we are currently providing a free digital certificate issuance service. The reason we provide it for free, first of all, we focus on getting users. So we create the culture where people use digital certificates instead of analog certificates. So we allow people who receive digital certificates naturally come into and manage their certificates in Certi platform. So in this month, we issued digital certificates to graduates of Protocol Camp, which is the blockchain bootcamp operated by Hana and Hasid. So currently, with the following public institutions, universities, and companies, we already had agreements or are discussing in a positive direction to issue digital certificates. And so through these free issuance, we quickly gather many users, and when they come into such platform, we provide personalized advertisement for jobs, hackathons, and education programs based on the certificates what users have. So if you have a blockchain-related certificate, Certi provides you with blockchain-related job or programs. And it can be also a very efficient way for a company to advertise, because when we advertise job openings or educational programs, we usually advertise to people who are interested in that industrial field. So from that perspective, the users of Certi platform are highly interested in that field and passionate people who have already participated in related programs at least once, and diligent people who have completed programs and already gotten digital certificate. So in this way, we continue to gather users and grow through advertisement, and ultimately evolve into a digital certificate-based job matching platform. So Certi's job matching ecosystem looks like this. First, users who received digital certificates continue to come in, and secondly, users are recommended most suitable and appropriate job for them, and write their resumes with digital certificates and apply for the job openings. And then companies, they don't need to check the authenticity of applicants' resumes, so companies can reduce the resources during the hiring process. So above all, the reason why it is good for companies and headhunters is because the Certi's users are made up of high-quality human resources who have participated in educational programs or contests at least once. Oh yeah, so the market we are currently looking at is Korean HR matching market, and the Korean HR advertisement market, yes. According to our go-to-market strategy, we will first focus on the digital certificate-based HR advertising market, which is that we can service obtainable right now. Currently in Korea, the number of annual job training graduates is 3.3 million, and the number of job training program operated annually is 76,000. As mentioned earlier, we had agreements with public institutions and companies that operate job training programs. So as we continue to expand, we will make to enable 3.3 million these graduates to come into Certi with a free digital certificate. The reason we can confidently say about this commercialization is that our team has been working hard continuously since last year to bring blockchain technology into people's daily lives. With the outcome of the project that was selected as the finalist of 2022 Klaymakers, the public bootstrap, earlier this year, we received mentoring from Professor Jason, the co-founder of Clayton at KAIST, and thanks to that, we were selected as a government support project by the Korean government and developed it into a real business. And then we have done various activities to find the product market fit, gather users, promote the project, and presented our project to the mayor of Seoul, the capital of Korea. And this month, we received the Minister's Award Grand Prize in the 2023 Digital New Technology Startup from the Ministry of Science and ICT. Like this, our team is composed of experts in each field for blockchain service. And most of all, we have a great network of connections with various universities, institutions, and companies. So we are developing the Certi platform in a very agile way. Lastly, Certi's motto is record your achievement and remember that moment. This is also why we started Certi. Okay, let's think about it. As we live our lives, we make small and big achievements, and the emotions we feel at the time are truly non-fungible. For example, when we enter the university or the company we want to go, and we feel happy. And when we complete projects successfully or have a good result in the contest or exam, we feel satisfied and excited. But unfortunately, those precious feelings are soon forgotten. So we want to enable people to record their achievement in their lives and furthermore, to remember the happy moment of their lives. And that is Certi. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Mickey.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll proceed with our questions from our judges.
Yeah, I have one question. So anyway, it is very important to verify issuers. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, I can turn on my camera, but it's not working. Anyway, yeah, so I think how we can trust the issuers. For example, maybe I can be, let's say, issuer of KAIST, and then I can issue many other invalid certificates to some students. How can you avoid this situation?
Oh, yes, actually, that is why we provide a little centralized services now, because if we provide our service really decentralized, because the holders who have digital certificates cannot trust the digital certificates. So we have an agreement about that certificate that is really true. So that way is people can trust our digital certificates.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, I have one question regarding the revocation of the certificates. So let's say, okay, I issued ones, certificates for students, but I found some mistake, and then how can I revoke the issuance of the certificate? Because this is
yes.
NFT, yeah. Okay.
Oh yes. Actually, that is also why we provide a centralized service. So if you send or issue wrong to student, so the manager of companies or institutions can edit and delete the digital certificates through all of the manageable authorization. So it means that you can burn your NFT that you issued to your student. So actually, yeah, so that way, so you can manage and control your digital certificate.
Oh, I see. That means even though, okay, let's say I'm a student, but I received the certificate from the institute, but even though I received the certificate, but the issuer can remove the certificate from my wallet. How does it work? Yeah.
Actually, okay, the first one is Clip Wallet. We are now using Clip Wallet, and Clip Wallet provided the feature to delete their own NFT in the Clip Wallet. So, and then we provide the management authority to the institutions or companies where can issue digital certificates, and they can use the feature of the contract, a bond feature. So, and of course, the bond feature is accessed by only manager, and yes. So that way is how you control your digital certificates. Yes.
Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, thank you.
Neil speaking right here. I also got one question. So thank you for the demonstrations. So when I look at the use case right here, I can still see, very similar to Colin, I can still see the trust is coming from the issuer. And the issuer is really powerful when it comes to anyway, the trust is based on the issuer. So when you run the demo, I can see everything is based on the issuer. Issuer can, of course, issue an NFT, which is a certificate, and they can have a centralized, features of it. My point being right here, of course, using blockchain, people can view the status of the certificate, the information from the certificate. We can prove that it's on the blockchain to the third party. But what if about the management of the certificate along the life of this certificate? You might be having third party or multi-party trying to update something on the certificate. But in your demo, you don't have the features of a certificate that is dealing with multi-party. So how does it work on your platform for Certi?
So, first of all, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with English. So
I will give an
yeah.
example. I think I will give an example. So for example, I'm a student again. I receive a certificate issued by you from a university, but along the life cycle for this certificate, I need to have the third-party validation, and I want to have the third-party validation on the record on my certificate. But this third party is not from you, as an issuer, maybe
Yes.
from other third-party company. So how they will be able to update the changes onto the certificate, and me as a user, when I have my collection of the certificate, I can see my certificate being validated or having third-party changes on it. So how does it work with the multi-party features on this certificate being created from your platform?
Okay, so actually, there are two reasons why I cannot say that. Yes, okay. So you can control. Okay, we give the management of change the metadata. Okay. Okay, so you mean that you want to, if you change your metadata about your digital certificate, how can deal with us? How can deal with it? Yes. Yes.
Oh, you can think in this way. How could a third party change the metadata on
Yes.
this NFT? Yeah. You can think about this way. Yeah.
Oh.
On your platform. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yes. Okay, so actually that is it is our platform is based on the
Maybe some new features later, I guess, for the next step.
Yes. Our new features next step.
Okay. Paulo, I think Sam, you got any follow-up questions you'd like to go with?
Yeah.
All good. Paulo, I think we can open up to the community. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we have I think we have time for only one question from the community. Okay, we'll pick one here.
I just pick one question.
Yeah, no, I can pick one. What's the difference between this and a POAP and a POAP?
Yes. Of course, our service may seem similar, POAP, but we don't think they are actual competitors because POAP targets Web3 users and POAP's NFT is a little casual event stamp. However, we are targeting Web2 users, Web2 institutions, and issue a little formal certificate. So, and for example, even if it is the same fashion commerce, a company selling casual clothes and a company selling formal shoes are little different. Yes. So, yeah, that is the difference between POAP and us.
Yeah. Thanks for the answer, Miki. Yeah, I think that about concludes it for Certi for the time. We can now proceed with our next finalist, and that will be, I think, Lingraj from Credore.
Yeah,
Take it away,
thanks a lot,
Lingraj.
Paulo. Yeah, so I'll share my screen with you all. Please let me know when you're able to see my screen.
I can see it. Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so what I'll do, like in this presentation, I'll tell you the background about Credore and like what kind of problem that we're solving and what kind of solution that we have. And after that, like I'll explain the kind of demo that we have. Like I'll go through the demo, and before the demo, like I'll also be telling how exactly the solution that we are bringing would be very helpful for the Claytian blockchain ecosystem. I hope my presentation is visible to everyone. Okay. Yeah. So what exactly we are doing is with Credore is that like we are providing a paperless IT infrastructure to create the electronic trade documents, and they will be having the same legal validity the way that we have in the paper documents. That means a document that has been created in a specific country and in an electronic format will have the same validity in another country in case both the countries are involved in the cross-border trade, for example, import and export. So like before I delve into the kind of problem that we are solving, so I'll be starting with a specific use case that will give you an idea the kind of problem that prevails with the MSME exporters across the globe. So there is an exporter in India. So he actually exports fruits and vegetables to countries like the UAE. And like what he does, he procures the farm produces like vegetables and fruits from the local farmers and takes those farm produces to the port, the port wherein like the shipment is shipment specific clearances and all the certificates are given to the exporter, and after all those things are completed, all the processes are completed, then the shipment starts to UAE. And since that is something to do with the farm produces, in India, what is happening? The exporter is supposed to make a payment to the farmers the day he buys or procures the farm goods from the farmer. But since it is something to do with the cross-border trade, so he has a cash flow cycle of 8 days. That means there will be a transit of around 4 to 5 days, and during this transit time, the exporter will be sending the paper-based documents that he has received from the port, the source port. and the documents will be sent in the courier or in the postal format. And once the importer in UAE receives the documents, he will take those documents to the port authority in UAE and like gets a clearance. And after that, the goods will be discharged from the container in the port. And after that, he'll be making a payment. So it creates a cash flow cycle of 8 days for the exporter based out of India. What he needs is that uh, to have a cash cycle of 1 day, so that he'll be able to make a payment to the farmers from who he's procuring the farm goods. So even if he goes to the banks or financial institutions, like they are ready to make you ready to provide the short-term working capital to the exporter based out of India, but like there are documentation, paper-based documentation involved, so that takes more than 2 to 3 days of time, or probably it takes around a week of time. So in that way, he is not able to fulfill his requirement of working capital. In case he has a requirement of working capital of around $25,000, and in case it is not getting fulfilled on time, so he has a trade finance gap of around 25,000 US dollar. Um, so same way we have like millions of exporters across the globe who are facing same kind of problem wherein they are unable to fulfill their working capital need. And that gap is around 3 trillion US dollar. And this report has been published in September 2023 by Asian Development Bank in collaboration with World Bank. So, but thanks to so before that, like there are various regions that are being highlighted by many governing bodies who perform the research and or the kind of analysis by taking into consideration all the stakeholders who are involved in the cross-border trade. So the prominent problem, or the most prominent problem they have found out, is the use of the paper-based documentation. So entire trade is dependent on the paper-based documentation. So thanks to an act that was passed in 20th September 2023 this year, what this act says is that the electronic document will have the same legal validity the way that we have the paper documents. This was actually started in 2017 by Singapore government, wherein they created the guidelines wherein how exactly a paper document will have an electronic document counterpart with a legal validity. And based on that, by considering that and the pandemic that we had, unfortunate pandemic that we had like 2 years ago. So due to that, the process of passing this act was expedited, and this act was passed by UK government. And to tell you all, UK law or the British law is being followed by 80% of the trades across the globe. So this passing the act by the UK government for the electronic document to have the legal validity is going to play a very significant role across the globe. Yeah, so that's the solution, the solution that Credore is providing based on the kind of act that was passed, and the the electronic document specific guidelines that we have. Based on that, Credore has created a system wherein the documents that will be created will have the legal admissibility across the globe. It can be created in a country, and it can be verified by by other countries too, wherein the two countries are involved for the trade. And it has right now like these many documents that could be issued, like bill of lading, certificate of origin, bill of exchange, commercial invoice, and promissory notes. So yeah, so the paper document that we have right now, like for example, in case we buy a land or a home. So for that, like we receive a legal document from the authorities who provide the document. So the paper document will have 5 factors that are required to make that document a legal or bounded by the legal aspects. So first is that the paper document should be distinguishable from the photocopies. Second, a factor of the document to be a paper document to be a legal document is that unless authorized or approved by the authorized people, modifications should be done. No unauthorized modifications should be done on the document. The person who is holding the paper document, legal document, should have should be able to prove the exclusive possession of that document. And in case the legal document or the title of the legal document is with the person who is holding the document, then he can exercise any control or legal rights he has within that jurisdiction. And on top of that, like in case the title is transferred from one party to another party, then the first party will lose all the legal controls that he would be having when he was in the control of the document. The same 5 factors are what we need to have in the electronic trade document. The Act, UK Act, and the bill, along with the guidelines, they have recommended public blockchain to be used, though they are like technology agnostic, but they have highly recommended public blockchain to be used. So this is how the entire ecosystem is like. Credore is going to be the face for the stakeholders who are involved in the cross-border trade. And trade trust is the initiative that was started by government of Singapore, wherein they are providing the utility for both the technology and the legal part. Because we can have the real world assets, we can mint, we can create NFT, unless it is not having a legal utility linked to it. So it cannot be used by the common people or the businesses who are involved in any kind of trade or any kind of business with each other. And on top of that, like right now, Trade Trust has integrated Ethereum, Polygon, and XTC. But what we have done, there are two aspects. One is verifiable document, one is transferable document. So we have implemented the verifiable document through this specific framework on top of Lattian blockchain. And Trade Trust, the entity of Singapore government, is looking for more blockchains to come up, because like it is not something to do with a single or some set of blockchain, but they're expecting multiple blockchains should be able to mint a real world asset with the legal validity. So this is how the entire ecosystem is like. Like a document is created on the Credore platform, and the smart contract will be executed to issue a real world asset, and all the parties will put their digital signature. And on top of that, the trade trust utility will be checking whether it is as per the legal framework or not. And the entire transaction will be published to the public blockchain, and none of the sensitive data or any detail about the user is being published in the public blockchain. And other thing is that there are few like challenges or due to which many of the stakeholders are not going for the public blockchain. That is something to do with to have a mandate to have the cryptocurrency in their wallet to pay the transactions. So that is something Credore has taken care of or abstracted away, wherein the users, they don't have to pay any fee by having cryptocurrency in their wallet, but they can have the entire security and decentralization that blockchain provides. So that is something we have done in combination of Lattian blockchain and zero knowledge proof. So this is one of the document, electronic bill of exchange, wherein you could see the total lead time is around 16 days and cost is around 10,000 Indian rupees. In case it is processed through Credore's platform, since it has both the legal validity and the take aspects as per the guidelines, so the lead time could be reduced to 0 days, and 80% of the price reduction will be there. And this electronic bill of exchange is an important document in the financial transactions, wherein financial institutions and the banks are involved. So Trade Trust, Singapore government has also given an approval to Credore that our platform is ready to issue the documents that are following the guidelines by the UK Electronic Trade Document Act, and it can be used by any bank or any corporate across the globe. So yeah, so how exactly this is going to be beneficial for Clayton? In Clayton, we will be able to issue the real world assets with the legal validity that will make the investors make a very informed decision. They will be able to prove the authenticity of the real world, the content related to the real world asset, and they can verify in the real time. It is, since I have already told in this previous slide, the lead time has decreased from 16 days to 0 days, since we were able to provide the verification of the authenticity of the documents of the real world assets in the real time. And it will also strengthen the capital market, since it is all about how strong or how reliable we have the financial information. And public blockchain is going to play a very major role in that regard. So this is the demo that I'll be showing. Since global trade involves around 40 documents, so I won't be able to show you all the documents that are being issued, but I'll be referring to certificate of origin. Certificate of origin is a very important document in cross-border trade. The certificate of origin is issued by the Chamber of Commerce to let the importer know that the origin of the specific goods or the produce produces from that specific location of the country. So how the state follows is that like since it's a kind of multi-party collaborative platform, so multi-parties have to come into picture. So they will have their own UI and all, and they'll be like authorizing the transaction to be published in the blockchain. So we have considered two parties. One is exporter, who will be sending a request to Chamber of Commerce to issue the certificate of origin, and once the data are verified, then the Chamber of Commerce will issue the document, and exporter will be accepting that document in their portal, and finally it will be ready. And how exactly it could be verified by the third party, irrespective of whether they are in the Credore platform or not. I'll do that. So the Singapore government's the portal they have published, so wherein I'll be uploading the file that was being created, and it will say whether the document is valid or not. So I'll start with the demo. So this is the supplier 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is the Chamber of Commerce, wherein the certificate of origin documents are being issued or created. So the process is what like since the exporter is planning to export goods from India to UAE or any country he has involved in. So what he'll do, like, just for the sake of time, I already have uploaded the commercial invoice. So this against this invoice, the exporter will be requesting the issuance of the certificate of origin. So it is going to Dubai from India, and he can like perform like he can apply for the COO. As so there are certain information that he would need to put here. I'll quickly put all this data. So there are certain details you must have to fill in, otherwise, like the document will not be valid or will not be recognized by the in the country wherein the documents are being sent. So here the request has been created. Until now, no blockchain specific transaction was like initiated, since we cannot have the blockchain transaction for every action that the user will be putting. So just refresh it. Okay, so here we can see for this invoice, we have a request has come from this is the chamber. So chamber has received a request for this invoice to issue a certificate of origin. So he can see, he can verify the detail, he can accept or reject it. So here in this case, we are not using MetaMask, because there have been some questions being raised about using the MetaMask. So but the stakeholders are comfortable in loading a file. So they can upload a file from the pen drive or any other like devices of their choice. So here in this case, they will be uploading the file, uploading the private key through a file. Before that, yeah, like I'll add the numbers.
Darling Raj, we are a bit over time, for 15 minutes.
Okay,
Maybe we can wrap up.
Yeah. Okay. I'll quickly do it. Yeah. So right now the blockchain, the transaction has been transmitted to the blockchain. Yeah. Okay, now the supplier can see that it is like issued to him. Okay, so he can now accept it. Birth certificate. Yeah, this one. So he will accept it. He will also upload his private key.
Okay, Lingresh, maybe we can proceed first with the judges' questions. Yeah, thanks
Okay.
for your presentation. Yeah, we'll start with our panel. Do you have any questions for Lingraj and Credore?
So here I can see. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, if you don't,
Okay, let
oh,
me,
yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
okay, I'll go first. So, okay, thank you for the presentation. So,
Mhm.
yeah, you mentioned that, I mean, the using MetaMask is not, comfortable. Uh,
Yeah.
the users, the chamber or users are not comfortable with using MetaMask, and then they have to upload their private key to sign the transaction. So, but if it looks like, the security wise, it's very vulnerable when very the prone to the hacking or the issues. So
Mhm.
is there any the improvements regarding the security? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So see, there are certain aspects that you have to consider. It's about the legality and the data privacy specific the policies that we have in different jurisdictions. So one thing is that they're very much comfortable in having a kind of KMS kind of system to be set up through the cloud, like AWS or Azure, or even they can have the hardware security modules as well. So wherein the complexity of maintaining the private key will be removed, abstracted away, and they can have the direct hold on the private key. But MetaMask is something, there are many stakeholders who are not even aware of blockchain, but they are very much comfortable in uploading a file to a browser because they have been using many import export specific portals. So that is something they're very much comfortable in. Yeah, we have to put certain security because you are right that it may have some vulnerability about being hacked. So there has to be some encryption has to be put in whenever they store that data in the pen drive or any hard drive of their choice. So that is something that should be taken care of. So that is one thing I understood. Yeah. So we are in the process of providing all those steps. We are doing one live transaction right now. So not right now. I mean, we are in the processing. We're in the process of setting up a legal and all the stakeholders in one place so that this entire transaction could be done. So this would probably be done in the month of January 2024. And the way that trade trust verifies is that, and we are also approved by Singapore government, and herein the document could be uploaded and it could be it could be verified by anyone, and here you could see we are one of the partner. And yeah, it creates a file that could be sent in a WhatsApp message, through an email, or through Swift message, or any kind of message. So we are also approved by them. So this is how the file is being created, and this file could be set by anyone. So the problem that I raised while started this presentation about a trader who wants to reduce his cash flow cycle to 1 day. So he will be getting all the documents in the same day, so that it will be verified by the importing country, and he can apply for the finance, and the financer will also be able to verify on the same day, and he can initiate the work, initiate or fulfill initiate the fulfillment, the working capital need of the exporter. So
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you for the answer. But yeah, can I ask one more question regarding?
yeah, please, yeah.
So, so okay, but the user just uploaded the private key to sign the transaction, but who's gonna pay the gas fee?
Yeah, so that's what we have abstracted away, wherein what they are doing, we have created the zero knowledge proof smart contracts deployed in Canadian blockchain. And in the off chain, what we are doing is we are creating a proof that they have authorized the transaction, and that proof is what being proven in the smart contract deployed in public in the Canadian blockchain. So this is how that we are doing. And yeah, so that there are certain data privacy specific law that we cannot even publish the public key as well, unless some set of agreement is there in between the parties. So we need to be very careful about all those things. Yeah.
I see. Okay, understood. Thank you. Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you, Lingraj. I think
Yeah.
Okay, call it.
Yeah, I have follow-on question actually. So in that case, what kind of data will be uploaded on the blockchain?
What kind of?
What kind of data? Data.
No, we are not putting any data in the blockchain. We're just putting the Merkle root of the document
Okay.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, and then do you run a live service for this?
Okay, like actually, the law was passed recently in 20th September. So, so it has just started to to be applied on the cross-border trade. So we have few stakeholders, we have few pilots in the pipeline, wherein like we'll be executing this. And there have been few transactions that were already done, like around 5 to 10 transactions across the globe. And there have been questions raised about the stakeholders to pay the transaction fee in the public blockchain. So that is something that we have taken care of. So, and they were anticipating that the adoption of this specific law will take around 1 to 2 years, but we are ready with the problems which they have raised. Yeah, so this is something that we have done. And none of the data has been published in the public blockchain. So that is one thing. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And the last question I have is that so
Uh-huh.
actually you are supporting multiple blockchains. So do you have any features to support multiple blockchain?
The reason I'll tell you why multiple blockchains are required is that, like, see, like, we cannot have a single, see, Ethereum is something I don't think many of the stakeholders are going to use. Probably they can use the layer 2 solutions and all, but layer 2 solutions are not matured yet right now. And we have the layer 1 solutions like Clayton, and there are others as well. So, and we need multiple blockchains because we never know, there will be many stakeholders who will be using their own like kind of blockchain which they are more comfortable with, or which they are having a kind of relationship with the blockchain company, so they would like to prefer that blockchain. And depending on the kind of need they have, like transaction fee and all, and the kind of understanding they have with the blockchain specific ecosystem. And on top of that, the director of IMDA in Singapore, that's a government entity, so he already had given a statement that they would like to have multiple blockchains to be added. They would like to have multiple blockchains. We cannot be just depending on a single or just 2, 3, 5 blockchains. So they are already looking for the blockchains that could be part of this entire ecosystem, wherein the real world assets can have the legal validity. So probably Clayton can be next. We are already like, I already have made the director of IMD Singapore in Singapore. So we can probably vouch for Clayton, that how exactly it could be added, wherein the title of the documents could be created through Clayton, and it can be used in any blockchain, other blockchain as well, to verify the authenticity of that specific document which we have just created for the certificate of origin. Because the
Yes, you're
liquidity
very
is
quick.
something.
Yes, thank you. And is there any interoperability features to do that?
Yeah, okay. This is fully interoperable. Why it is fully interoperable? Because as I said, in 2017, they came up with the standards. They came up with the standards, and that standard is known as Model Law on Electronic. There are standards like the Act specific standard. Then for this like certificate of origin, a specific standard is there. Then ICC DSI, Digital Standard Initiative by International Chamber of Commerce. They have the standards for all the documents which are being followed since centuries and decades. Since decades, that this is a specific format. This is the like there are around 5,000 data fields which are being exchanged in a single trade, but not even 1% of the data fields are being like digitalized yet. But they have the standards, we have the toolkit, we need to follow that so that it can be interoperable. It is all about the standardized data. Even if we have the standardized data, we need to make sure that the entire data is authentic. And what could be better than having a blockchain to provide that complementary layer of transparency, and that in the public blockchain. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much. I think long story short, using blockchain for the data, like for the document validation, is basically comparing the root hash store on chain, right?
Basically, like
comparing the root hash stored in the smart contract, right?
Right. The Merkle root
Yeah,
has is being passed. So
So the receiver, they will get all the data. They will have their own instance. The instance for the backend will calculate based on the Merkle tree. They will get the root hash. Then they will get the root hash from the chain, from the smart contract, and to compare whether they're the same. If they're the same, you can prove that the versions of that document is actually being stored on chain by the issuer. So long story short, it's going to work in this way using blockchain for the document validation. Fine. So I just want to confirm that point. Paolo, I think we have one more questions. After that, I think we need to move on.
I think if we don't have any other questions from the judges, we can probably move on because we're about 7 minutes over time.
The one on the chat room is actually quite similar what Colin asked already.
So I think we're good for now. I think we're 8 minutes over time. Thank you so much, Lingraj.
Sorry about that.
No, all good. I think our judges, you can see, are very interested and very robust in their knowledge in tech. So we can proceed with this with the penultimate one from DigiGold. Take it away.
Thank you.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah,
I can.
Perfect.
All right, and then can you view my slide?
Yes.
Awesome,
I can see you.
Awesome. Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Olu, and I'm representing the DigiGold team for Klaymakers 2023. So, what is the problem that DigiGold is out solving? We would say today that only 1% of the global gold investments is held in digital form. And that's highlighting the inefficiency of traditional method. Everyone nowadays, including myself, when they are thinking of gold investments or holding of gold, what comes to mind is things like to get gold, you need to have a lot of money to buy gold. And then you start thinking of also the security once you purchase your gold. And also, you will also be thinking of not purchasing maybe counterfeit gold or fake gold. You don't know if you can trust the buyer. And that's a problem for a lot of new people that doesn't understand like how gold investment work. So the existing solution to solve that at the moment right now are things like gold ETF, which are provided by some of these guys listed here. And then the problem that are characterized with that is that there is lack of direct ownership, and there's still high management fees, which is, again, removing a lot of small individuals that want to use, say, less than $100 to purchase gold, or maybe they want to do dollar cost averaging in order to like buy over a long time period. And then again, there is also the traditional gold dealer, which there is a high barrier entry. They don't even like do low volumes. And then you have to like rely on storing this gold yourself. And better, there is now also tokenization platform like Passcode and Theta, but these guys are now easily accessible. They solve most of this problem, but they are not available on the Clayton blockchain. So currently, gold is in increase right now, as in if you, according to like Bloomberg at the moment, there is increase of 15% increase in global gold price by year end of 2023, which at the moment it's on the news all over. And what have we done with DigiGold? Basically, what we have done is to help revolutionize gold investments through tokenization. A few things that we've been able to like accomplish with the platform is tokenization of gold with zero storage costs associated with the user. So any user can buy as low as 1 gram, actually, it's not 1 kg, 1 gram of gold, which is an equivalent of $64 easily as a matter of minutes, and they don't have to incur additional costs aside the minting fee. No storage costs and for as long as they plan to hold it. And each of these gold and all of gold that will be owned, which are the digital gold, will be backed by physical gold, held in vaults, and are audited periodically and are published on chain for the investors to see. And another access that DigiGold is also helping them solve is that while they are holding the digital gold, they would also be able to access gold-backed loan, which are not over-collateralized. And as we know in the current crypto space, when people are trying to use their digital assets, such as like BTC, ETH, to get loan, they have to like do a lot of over-collateralization. And that's because these tokens are now backed by real-world physical assets that can be weighed. Again, would also be providing things like access to gold debit card, so that even though they are investing, they would be able to access or spend from their gold token at any point. And additionally, again, what DigiGold is doing is trying to democratize gold investments and owning of gold. So we are providing business API for Web3 wallets, so that platforms such as Web3 wallets are able to offer that, such as gold savings to their customers in order to get access to other options as opposed to the usual options which are available, such as yield, liquidity, investment pool, and things like that. And also, if users are able to purchase up to 1 kilogram of gold, they are able to actually claim the physical gold, which can be automatically sent to them wherever they are across the globe. So our current business model right now is we charge about 2% transaction fee for minting and for burning. It is up to 2%, but the higher the volume, the lower the fees that we charge. And also for those that plan to take loan-backed, USDC loan-backed for using their Digi token, we charge about like 2% of that, 2% interest per month. According to our estimation, we have like a financial projection that in year 3, if we are able to do 31 million in US dollar in transaction, we'll be able to make this in revenue for minting fee, burning fee, and now loan revenue. So other business opportunity that are also possible for us to do is the same licensing and the same process and the flow that we need in order to create DigiGold, which is a reward-backed stable token. We'll also be able to use the same model to create or to introduce stable USD or stable Euro, which is something that currently in Clayton ecosystem has to be bridged from other chain using like Orbit Bridge. So with that, we can also easily bring in stable currency. So currently, our competitive advantage at the moment basically is due to the fact that users can acquire gold like instantly. They can buy it and sell it and trade it instantly. They also are going to pay minimum fees as opposed to the existing solution where they have to pay huge fees to and high commissions to broker. And then again, things like dollar cost averaging where user can invest over time is also possible. They can leverage their gold token to get loans on the platform, and they can also get like debit card in order to spend from their token. Currently, our traction, we've been able to deploy on Clayton testnet platform currently. We've identified partner with Gold Vaults here in Dubai, currently in Dubai. And also, we've already applied for our virtual assets service provider license in EU at the moment. We plan to get our crypto license in like 3 regions, one in EU, which we've already like applied for, and next to Asia, which will be in Singapore, and then before coming to Dubai, so we can operate in the Middle East. And we currently have one business called Pouchify, which is a Web3 wallet, which is in waiting list that is interested, and we are currently in talks with that wants to use our business API to offer good savings to their Web3 users. So before I discuss further about like the markets, I would like to show a bit about the architecture of how the platform works. So to show a bit about the architecture of how the platform works, this here in the center here is DigiGold, and would basically purchase physical gold from Dubai stock markets, which is like the first region that we are going to be having our vault in. And then we have an independent audit firm that is also going to be auditing our reserve, right? And whenever we purchase this gold, we are going to store them with a reputable custodian vault in Dubai also. And once we do that, which is going to be our initial minting, we are going to mint on the Clayton blockchain and deploy like our token contracts and tokenize by default some token first. And then we are going to put this in like a vault, which is our smart contract, basically. And then on the other end, we have our users. For our users to, or investors basically, to use the DigiGold platform, they can sign up from their mobile or from their web or from their laptop. We've made this easy by allowing them to sign up easily using OAuth. They can sign up using their social login, because one of the things that we are trying to do is to make sure that we are trying to pick a lot of Web2 users to be able to use the platform and have access to the good investment. So one way to make things easier for them is they can like easily sign up using social login. Immediately they sign up, the first thing they have to do is, due to compliance of what is required, they would have to go through like AML and KYC check, which I will show us a demo soon. We are making use of Certi Pro for that. And this take around like 2 minutes to do, and it will automatically approve or decline them if they pass AML or KYC check. And once the user passes AML or KYC check, we automatically generate an MPC wallet for them. We make use of particle network. The user do not have to do any seed phrase or anything. They do not even know that happens underneath. And the MPC wallet is not custodial. It has like 2 key pair, one stored on particle server and one stored on the user, which is used to sign every transaction, basically, right? And for purchase of the gold token, we directly accept Clayton, and user can fund their wallets directly by depositing Clay token from outside through exchange or sending. And if you are doing that, we are using chain analysis to also do ML check to be sure that funds that have been deposited are not funds that are associated with fraud or terrorism. Or easily, which is again why we are targeting more Web2 users, they can easily on-ramp by using Apple Pay card or bank transfer. And for this purpose, we are using our KemiPay in order to do that. And once user once they want to purchase the DigiGold token, we are making use of DigiOracle, which is an Oracle protocol currently live on Clayton mainnet, to get the price of Clayton to USD, and then price of 1 gram of gold to USD, and then do the purchase conversion, which I will show you soon. And then they will be able to like purchase. Also, likewise, when user want to withdraw outside, we also use chain analysis in order to confirm that they are not withdrawing to a fraudulent account. And on the platform also, they can access loan that is backed by their token, or they can also like get debit cards to spend from your token. So now I will show us a video of the demo. So here is a video of how it works. So as you can see, a user can sign up using social login. And then user have to like do KYC and EML check. Basically, they were using Certi Pro. And then basically they have to put their address to verify their face. This happens in like just a few minutes. The first thing I do is I take my verify. The next thing is going to verify my top code. Simply just again, you would say choose issuing country, and then that happens. And immediately a user is verified, then they can, next thing they can fund their wallets. And for anybody that wants to try the platform at the moment, because you have to purchase with Clayton, you can easily just go to the Clayton testnet facet to fund an account, which is what I would do in this video. So as you can see, we're using our KemiPay here, which would help like user basically purchase Clay directly using normal payment method. Right here, the address is already like generated using MPC wallet, which is very secure. As you can see here, I use like the Clayton facets to deposit right here. And then automatically the transaction is like is being watched, and automatically the transaction is being registered. And once I refresh the page in the video, you would see, yeah, it says 50 Clay, right? But in the video, I would deposit like more Clayton directly from my wallet because I have more Clayton from my MetaMask. So I'm able to use it to purchase to mint a DigiGold token. So I'll fast forward that a bit. Also, like the same way you can deposit, this is an MPC wallet. Yeah, this is an interface of an MPC wallet used by Particle Network. Basically, it's like very easy to use. Once they, what I'm trying to show here is how a user can actually like withdraw their Clay token outside or Digi token outside of the platform to maybe their wallet. And as you can see, this is an MPC wallet, basically, the UI, and then it's not an intimidating UI for non-Web3 user, basically, which is one of our targets. And it allows users to be able to set like master password, even for their wallet. And one thing about the MPC wallet is that it is tied to the user social accounts. So even if they misplace their laptop or anything, or they forgot their password, by the time they log in back, it will always generate the same wallet for them. So now this is the UI for purchasing or minting the DigiGold. So it shows my Clay balance. I want to purchase DigiGold token worth 370 Clay. And the first thing it's going to do when I click is it's going to fetch the prices from the Oracle protocol. It's going to fetch the price and estimation of Clay to USD and DigiGold to USD and show how much gold token you're able to mint. And as you can see here, it shows based on the amount put, the gold out is this amount, the minting fee is 0.02 DigiGold, and the user will receive 1.04 gold.
Hi, Olu. I think we're overrun by about a minute or so. Thanks so much. Maybe you can wrap up quickly in a bit.
All right, yeah, thank you. So just to quickly wrap up, the markets for like DigiGold is actually like huge. Not to talk about that so much. And so for the use of funds and the value for Clayton ecosystem, we are trying to offer Clayton user exposure to gold through tokenization. And our estimation is that by the end of the first year, we'll be able to onboard about like and create new 15,000 new wallets on the Clayton ecosystem, with an annual growth of 9.62%, and the total value locked of 4.7 million USD. And here is like a quick overview of our roadmap and milestone. It is basically more focused on us expanding between the region that I mentioned, from EU to Asia and then MENA region. And then I would expand our marketing and also like our licensing, and also like getting more people like on the Clayton ecosystem for people to be able to like invest in gold as an alternative investment and easily audit through digital tokens. So as for our team, there is myself, who is the CTO. I've also like created an EVM Oracle protocol on Clayton at the moment, which is live. And then there is Jeffrey. And we also have advisors who are well versed in the space, who understand how CBDC works, and who understand how compliance and finance work, because we understand that to be in this particular space, it is heavily based on understanding compliance and staying in line with regulation. I would take any question now. Thank you.
Thank you, Olu. Exciting stuff with DigiGold. All right, I think we can open up the floor for our panel of judges.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. Actually, so there are for the RWA assets, I mean, we need to think about different kinds of entities to work with. Let's say gold custody services and also Oracle services. So right now, do you think you have already made a partnership with all the different kinds of entities so that you can start your business?
Yes, at the moment, we've made like partnership with, I would say, almost all of the entities that are needed. For example, for all of our like AYC and AML thing, we spoke with Chainalysis, we spoke to Shovel Pro, and also we have like a legal team that we are currently working with in order to make this happen. And also for our storage of gold, we've already identified a partner to currently work with right now. The only last party that we've not been able to like onboard at the moment, and that's because once we onboard them, we'd have to start paying, is like the independent audit firm that we need to start using. So most of the players that we need to like work with at the moment, we've already spoken with them, we are already engaging them, and we've already onboarded them.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Actually, we are also trying to deploy gold tokens with Credore, one of our GC members. So I think it could be good to have some make a synergy between two gold platforms.
That would be great.
Yeah, thank you.
Do we have anything else from our judges? Neil?
Yeah, I have one very quickly. Thank you for the presentation. Nice to see you again, Digi Oracle team. But anyway, so this is a DigiGold team that we talk about. So I think you mentioned a few points about third-party auditor. I think having them to validate you do have for your Oracle, if you're trying to pick it, having the third-party auditor is quite important. Like, are you planning to have how many third-party auditors for these inventory of gold that the vault will be storing, or are you planning like looking at the token that pick with a specific gold reserve? So you will be actually having a services for the physical vault as well of the gold with the auditor, or how does it work?
Yeah, so the auditing work in a few ways. It's a bit like complex. So the first step is that whenever we purchase gold from this Dubai stock markets, we're actually going to get like certificates issued for like 1 kilogram of gold that we purchase. So first thing first, we are going to put them on chain using like DigiOracle to put them on chain to verify that, okay, this is on chain, right? That's the first thing first. And the other thing is we're actually going to get an independent audit firm that would go through our reserve, that is going to check our accounts to see that we actually claim that the amounts that we purchase is the amount of token that we are minting on chain, right? And then they will publish their own audits like independently, and then we can link our community into it and show them this is what has been published. So for every region that we have a vault, we would have to get like an independent auditing firm like differently. So for Dubai, we would have one independent auditing firm. For Singapore, same thing for
yeah. Locally, you got different third-party auditor for the proof of physical reserve of the gold, right?
Yes.
So we talk about the proof of reserve sometime with the Oracle, but I was asking coming from the proof of physical reserve that you are having for your gold asset. But yeah, I think that will be it. Thank you for your answer. Probably we got other questions from the judge as well.
So yeah, I have one question. So you showed that the users can purchase the gold token with Clay, but
yes,
then you purchase physical gold using Clay. How do you handle the purchase physical gold. So you have to, I mean, you convert clay to cash, and then you use those cash to purchase the real gold. And yeah, what's the process of?
So yeah, good question. So initially, when we go on mainnet, we are going to mint about $100,000 upward worth of gold already, right? From our own pockets, which will already be tokenized. So as we are getting fund from investors, as they are purchasing with Clay, we are going to be converting it to physical cash in order to be increasing our vault, basically.
I see.
Yeah. So that's how we manage liquidity.
Okay. Then, I mean, yeah, I wish, I mean, the clay price goes up, but what if the clay price goes down and then you don't, I mean, you are, less, the money that actually when you receive, I mean, compared to when you receive the clay from the users. Yeah. It was,
Okay.
how do you handle that kind of,
Good.
the difference? Yeah.
Oh, good question. So once the user purchase or mints the gold token, we already we are using DigiOracle to get the price of clay to USD and the price of 1 gram of gold to USD. So the transaction happens in USD, right? The reason why we are using clay is because one, that way they don't have to worry about gas. It's already included because it means that users won't have to get USDT from Ethereum and bridge using Orbit bridge and bring to Clayton, right? So it's easier to solve UX problem. That's why we are using Clay. If there were USDT, we could have used USDT, but with Clay, the problem is solved for us is that when purchasing, the gas is being paid, and also using DigiOracle, we convert Clay to USD, the price of Clay to USD immediately, and then the purchase is done in USD actually, not in Clayton. But they use Clayton to buy it, but it's actually the USD value of Clayton that is being used. So regardless of Clay going up and down, it is the USD value that they purchase that will give them.
Okay. I see. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah, Colin?
Yeah. So in the case, are you trying to make let's say AMM DEX to swap between Clay and gold token, or you are just making some kind of third-party application?
So we are the issuer of the token, right? And people can actually come to the platform to mint, but it is not only individual that can come to the platform to mint. We are also going to list on DEX and exchanges, just like Theta Gold or any other gold token out there. We're also going to list. And as I also mentioned, we're also going to be offering this to Web3 wallets where they can offer it as products such as maybe savings product or gold savings products like that. So we are basically on AMM. We are like a platform that issues and also allow people to trade it.
Okay. In the case, you need to think about how you can manage the liquidity. So for example, if you put your liquidity onto DEX, then you need to control if some users will buy more, let's say, gold token with Clay, then the price will be changed. And then so you should take care of the liquidity of gold tokens in that DEX. So in this case, you need to mint more gold to put more liquidity on the DEX side. Are you also considering this kind of situation?
Yes, we are considering this kind of situation. And personally, that's why we are trying to work with some of these guys that we have on our team in order to advise us on best way to structure these things. So the liquidity is one of the biggest challenge in managing this kind of platform, but we are trying to work with people to help us sort that out.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think unfortunately, we are out of time. so we may not be able to dive through the community questions. Thank you, Olu, for the exciting presentation. Yeah, and for all our viewers, we have one more. We have our final entry here for today, which is from RWA-Rise. Take the floor. Yeah, we can see your screen.
You see the screen? Oh, thank you. Okay. Right, let me begin. Hey everyone, thank you for having me. I'm Junha, representing a team called RWAs, researching and developing on-chain trading infrastructures. Today we introduce RWA-Rise, real-world asset derivatives listing and trading platform in Clayton with KYC compliance supports. Okay, so these are the table of contents. In the history of securities markets, we've seen primary market securities transition to the secondary market, and eventually derivatives markets emerge with different underlying assets. And notably, derivatives often serve as spot markets in trading volume. And as the real-world asset tokenization market rise with blockchain technology, our team believes that it is inevitable to see the merge of RWA derivatives. However, when it comes to trading RWA derivatives, proper on-chain platform is lacking. RWA tokenization demands KYC support, making many popular perpetual DEXs unsuitable. They are permissionless, lacking the necessary KYC features required for trading RWA derivatives. And our solution involves seamless KYC compliance using ERC 3643 permission token standards. We mandate KYC and additional certificates for listing new derivatives markets and trading. Also, we've implemented a price feed stability check mechanism, ensuring the integrity of the price feed oracle managed by the listing managers or the issuers of the tokens. Moving into our system design, let's explore the workflow from issuing RWA tokens to listing derivatives and then trading on those new pairs. In this case, for instance, trusted institutions can issue, let's say, WTI tokens backed by real-world assets like West Texas Intermediate crude oil, for example, under ERC 3643 standards. And only whitelisted investors who have gone through KYC processes could hold this WTI token following the ERC 3643 standards. And here's where RWA-Rise shines. The token issuer or admin can now list a new derivatives market pair. Suppose we list a perpetual futures contract market with synthetic WTI and USDC. Here's the details about the new market pair. We use WTI token as an underlying asset and mint a synthetic WTI token, which I marked a green ring in the token image, using it as a base asset for the market pair. Also, we'll use USDC stablecoin as the quote asset. As our platform uses price feed as the price discovery model, the admin who is listing the new pair is responsible for providing and managing the price feed representing the real-time market prices. And this could be operated through the custom price feed servers, or it could be like combination of different Oracle services such as Chainlink or PEEP as chosen. And once the admin provides the price feed server, validators registered with RWA-Rise platform verify the price data, which is provided in real time, ensuring it meets specific conditions such as a deviation between the reference price and the price provided from the data feed is lower than a certain value threshold, and whether price feed is effectively eliminating the outliers. And with the new market established, traders with access can start trading on this pair. We use ERC 3643 APIs to verify and authorize traders, ensuring a secure trading environment. Here's the smart contracts architecture. Our smart contract design includes an order router, executor, and order books and other components, which is similar to other popular perpetual exchanges. Additionally, we have smart contracts managing listing new pairs, validating the price feed data, and syncing the KYC information from ERC 3643 API. And to enhance stability in leverage trading, we offer some additional features, and more details are available in our Hackathon submission page. And here are some details. First of all, leveraging the fast execution and settlement on the Clayton network, we provide seamless trading experiences to users, just like popular centralized exchanges. And we have a hybrid permission system where all the executions are relayed by permission keepers, and eliminating the risks of smart contract exploits by arbitrary transactions, which could include some attack vectors. However, self-custody is still ensured at the same time by processing deposit and withdrawal processes permissionlessly. Also, we have invented a unique risk management system for the perpetual exchange. We actively rebalance the long-short open interest, hedging the LP risks. And also, we have a price buffer system that reflects real-time market depth, which is also fetched from the price feed, which helps to reduce the risk of price manipulation attacks. And this system helps us to support long-tail assets with low liquidity. Okay, moving on to the market side. While we can see a huge trading volume on crypto spaces, we can expect so much potential from derivatives markets of RWA tokens. And since most of the top protocols on-chain derivatives categories are comprised of the perpetual futures contracts, we are targeting to launch the perpetual futures first and then move on to other derivatives as well. And here's our product. This is a brief summary of how our exchange mechanism works. We have token pool liquidity model, keeping reserves for open positions, and price feed based price discovery model, as I've mentioned previously. We also put the market depth and open interest imbalance ratio into the price discovery mechanism. Also, we can support any synthetic assets based on RWA tokens if there's a stable price feed. And theoretically, we could support crypto or bonds, stocks, and any kind of assets that has a stable price feed data. And in the demo, we have provided 2 pages, which are trading page and the listing pages. And let's see a live demo of our product. Do you see the screen changed?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our landing page. And moving into the demo. This is a trading panel, which looks pretty similar to any other crypto exchanges. And I have previously registered and set up the account. And we support the one-click trading accounts by default. So users do not have to sign the transactions every time they want to open a position. And okay, so let's say I want to open some amount of the long position in ETH USDC market pair. It takes a while right now, but I believe that it could be optimized to be processed in within some few 100 milliseconds. And yeah, we can see that order is placed and a position is open, and everything is processed via the smart contracts on chain. And yeah, we can check out the Block Explorer to see what happened. Yeah, so just before, I have set up the price from the price feed server, and then this method stands for the opening a market, placing a market order for long positions. And yeah, we can see that it is successfully processed. And then moving on to the listing page. Okay, and I have also closed the position. Yeah, and moving on to the listing page, I have prepared some data as input values. So this would be the admin panels where the admins or the issuers of the real world asset tokens could register and their tokens on our platform and list a new market, providing some information required to open a new market. So let's say we are putting our wallet address, and it is supposed that this wallet address should match the wallet address that is registered through the ERC-3643 APIs. And let's see, as I've demonstrated before, I want to list WTI to USDC market pair, and putting on the synthetic token addresses that I previously prepared, and images, and setting some other metadata. And in this case, we are using the price feed from the API provider called Blackbull that supports the WTI price feed. And yeah, it takes some while. And actually, it is processed within seconds right now, but in the production environment, it would take a few hours or a few days to verify the stability of the price feed API, and validators would check how stable it is. And to have a look at how the ERC-3643 API look like, this is a sample page provided by the T-Rex project, who are the author of the ERC-3643 standards. And here we can see how the metadata of the token, RWA tokens, looks like. And we can call these on-chain read and write functions to check the KYC information that is registered to this identity registry through this standard. And we are calling these kind of functions to verify whether trader or the listing manager is verified with their KYC information and any other certificates that are required. And moving on to the listing page again, now we'll move on to the new listed market, which is WTI USDC market pair. And just like I have opened some positions in ETH USDC market pair, you can also open some open some positions. So let's say this time I'm going to open a short position. It takes a while. And there will be a new positions open with the new market pair. Also, we can close it. Okay. All right. This was a simple walkthrough to our demo. And yeah. And here's our roadmap. We plan to launch this project on Clayton mainnet by Q2 2024. After fully integrating the ERC-3643 APIs. And then we are planning to kind of provide the price feed with data integrated proofs, or it could be replaced to the validators I have mentioned before, to ensure that the price feed provided for the new listed markets is stable enough to be traded by the traders. Okay, that's it. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any question, please feel free to ask me.
Thanks, Shuna. All right, now we'll leave it to the judges.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. So this is for the perpetual DEX. So are you also considering implementing kind of spot exchanges for these RWA tokens?
Yes, I guess that could be part of our future plans, but not right now. We are planning to build the infrastructure for supporting derivatives, and I guess it would be a little bit I'm not sure, but maybe more simple to implement the spot exchanges with compliances, because we do not have to deal with the price feed parts. But anyways, yeah, our current plan is to build the perpetual futures first and then move on to other kind of derivatives.
Yeah, thank you. And then the next question I have is that so how do you deal with this long and short buttons? Who has the private key?
Okay, so in this demo, I have split the private key into different places, and then maybe we could so as I've mentioned, we are supporting the one-click trading, so we can integrate to other third-party auth services such as Google Login, and then we can separate different keys in different places, and when user want to sign the transactions, we can just combine those key shares to recover the private key. So in this demo, I was putting the key shares in the browser index storage and combining and getting the key shares from other storages like databases. But we could also support just traditional version of signing via some wallet plugins such as MetaMask or KaiCast. Yes.
Yeah. Or then are you also considering account abstraction features?
Yes. It would be awesome if we could integrate it together. But right now, what we've implemented is just splitting the keys, and then maybe we could put it in our roadmap as well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Colin. Sam?
Yes. Was there any specific reason of choosing ERC 3643 as a the RWA token standard? There are other standards as well.
Okay, yeah, after doing some research, we thought that the ERC 3643 supports the most rich documentations for developers, such as the demo application that I shared in our demo. And those APIs work very well with the Solidity functions. So yeah, we chose that for that reason. And actually, the standard is kind of subject to updated or changed if it's required. And I think the implementations would be different by the institutions that want to introduce our service into their listing derivatives. So it could be changed. It could be replaced to other standards. But right now, for the demo, we thought that 3643 standard is the most comfortable for us as a developer.
Okay. So yeah, one additional question. So ERC is 3643 requires the whitelisting of investors. You mentioned you do KYC. So then do you think that doing KYC for this kind of the DEX could be the bottleneck or the burden for the users? So what do you think about that?
That's a great point, and I guess there's trade-offs, and it is like very hard to solve both problems, like providing fully decentralized environments for traders and providing secure platforms that the markets, the regulatory institutions are involved, such as RWA tokens. And it could be some bottlenecks, but I think RWA market should target the B2B users and some customers who are also not very friendly to the crypto spaces. So yes, like sacrificing some part of the decentralization is required. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the answers.
Thank you.
Do you have anything else from our judges?
Can I have
Neil?
one more question?
Oh yeah, Colin? Yeah.
Colin, yeah.
So anyway, in this case, I think you need to secure some of liquidity to run this perpetual DEX. So do you have a plan for that?
So in terms of the liquidity, based on our design, we need as we are referencing external price feed, we need somewhat larger exchanges in terms of the trading volume that has much more liquidity, so that we can ensure that price feed is stable enough. So yeah, that is a limitation of our current implementations. But once that kind of liquidity is insured from external parties, we do not have to keep our own liquidity in our systems. We only have to put some of the reserve token pools to ensure that we can pay out the P&Ls for the traders. But again, yes, we are now relying on the somewhat larger liquidity, which is outside of our platform.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Neo, did you have a question?
I don't have the questions, but just more like a summary. I think Jun had made the point already. The use case is going to start with BNB. If you go with 3643, of course, start with BNB. You have KIC of it. Hopefully later on, when this service actually operate on a Clayton mainnet, we can see more B2C features like that. Maybe you're having your own ERC or maybe even KIP. We will be very looking forward to see that as well. That will be happening for a use case. I think there are some good ones from the committee as well. Maybe don't waste your time, just fire them off right away.
Yeah,
Paulo.
we'll just have one, because one of them is already somewhat answered by a question asked by Sam anyway. So Junha, most of the derivatives decks have moved or set up their own chain to manage large volume of transactions. They're launching their own governance token. So do you have any thoughts on this, or are you doing some revenue sharing with the community?
I guess it is not set up actually for our team yet. We have no very solid future plans for this, but I guess it depends. Like if it has some power of the community, like if it has some kind of decentralized features, it is desirable to share the revenues through the governance tokens. But right now, I was kind of expecting this platform to be used by the B2B clients and to support transparent, fast, and permission service, sacrificing some kind of decentralization aspects. So yeah, that could be one option, but I guess that is not very like the key factor we are thinking about it right now. Yeah.
Understood.
We can have future plans for that, but not right now.
For sure. Yeah, the focus will be in building the product, and down the line, hopefully, when there's enough community traction.
So really not just yet to the committee until there will be more B2C features coming up on this platform. If this is focused on B2B, and we are talking about basing all the features and the standard from 3643, I think it's going to be pure B2B, and there will be no revenue sharing to the committee, just to confirm on this point.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for your comments, and I'm really looking forward to how these kind of RWA DeFi protocols would look like, because it would be certainly different from the traditional DeFi protocols, which is governed by the communities and operated fully decentralized. So I think that's kind of features that we have to figure out after launching our project and meeting our customers like that.
Definitely. Right. Thank you for your presentation, Juna, and for answering all the questions. I think, yeah, it's time to wrap up, rather. So thank you everyone thank you all the finalists for coming and for your patience in answering all the questions and presenting as well. Joey, Minky, Lingraj, Junha, yeah, and then Olu as well, who's already left. For the community that is watching, we are revealing the winners for all the finalists here in 2 days time at the same time. That's 10 a.m. UTC or 7 p.m. Korea, or 6 p.m. Singapore time. So be there, yeah, and it's gonna be an exciting time. Support the projects that you think are very promising. And for our founders here and for our presenters here, I'm sure your community will be excited to come on board as well. So we will see you then. Thank you, everyone, and yeah, have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.